Welcome back to MK Cyphers. Let's talk about today another very special, very funny guest today. Brandon, how are you doing today?
Ellis, I'm good, brother. How are you doing, man?
I am beautiful. So you are a comedian.
I am.
Let's talk about your journey. Where did it start for you?
Well, first, the womb, right? Had to escape there. That was a 9-month bid. I did 9 months in the womb. That was hard struggle. Like, I didn't even know how I got in there. I was minding my business in the sack with the rest of the homies, and then we just got told 3, 2, 1, go. And I was like, oh snap, cool. We all started running. Like, yo, there's the egg. The egg wasn't over there. It was over there. So when they all went that way, I went that way. Got to the egg, and then boom, the beginning of the journey, son. The beginning of the journey. Now, so I think it started where I love TV. I like watch TV when I was a kid. And I love comedy. Like, I grew up on Sinbad, I grew up on Mark Curry. Chris Rock was when I got a little bit older and stuff. Bill Cosby and Richard Pryor was a little bit before my time, but I researched them when I got older. And I just love the power of comedy. It just makes you forget about everything in that moment. You're just laughing, you're having fun. Like, just in the beginning, like, I asked how you are, you said beautiful. That has nothing to do with emotion. You just like, I am beautiful. I'm like, okay, you vain bastard, this is how we're doing it. Like, how are you, Ellis? Beautiful, that's how I am, I'm Ellis. Fantastic. But I'm just saying, like, comedy is great because I just love the fact that it can just make you forget about all the stress, the worries, the drama, the heartbreak, the bills, the job stresses. And I started when I was 15. Started doing little shows here and there. I did acting in the beginning. And then from acting, I went to do hosting. And then from hosting, did a 5-minute spot in East Dulwich. And then I just started to build from there. And now I'm doing shows wherever I can.
Wow. I think you just breezed over some of the stuff you did there. So you was an actor first.
Yes.
So to talk about that, because I'm an actor now.
Acting is cool. I liked acting. I had a few experiences of acting which sort of soured me a little bit. I'm not going to say I'm bitter or cynical, but I've had some bitter and cynical sandwiches in the acting time. So there was a few situations where, like, so I don't know if you guys noticed, but when you're doing acting, you're learning how to actually tell you it's all about the audition. You got to nail the audition. Have a great audition. So I had a great audition. Nailed it. They said, come back for the filming. I was like, nice. This was straight out of college. So I'm like, yo, I've got this. This is dope. Get to the place, they give you through makeup and everything, and I'm counting the numbers because just normally as a black guy, I count the numbers of the people I'm around, the demographic, and I see white woman, 2 white kids, fat white guy, old white lady, 2 white girls, me, ooh. And I was like, oh, this is a little bit, okay, I'm the chocolate in the mix.
Outnumbered.
I'm outnumbered, I am outnumbered. So I was like, all right, cool. So they get everyone they get all the cast together to go, because this is for the Friday night project that used to be on Channel 4.
Okay.
Right? And they get everyone together to go to the stage, barring me and the old woman. So I'm like, get a little nervous here. Okay, what was happening? And then they tell us there's not enough space for everyone. You see what your eyebrows did? That's my eyebrows did. What Ellis just did was a survival tactic. Make sure you don't over emote. They tell you something that's really stupid. Just go.
You take it in later.
Just a little bit. Just like, I can't react, but I don't agree with the nonsense I've just heard. And I had to leave, and I was like, so it's not just about getting the audition. It's beyond that. You can get the audition, get the role, and still not get the part.
So then how did that translate into you becoming a presenter now?
Well, I mean, with comedy, I'm more control. I can go on stage as long as there's a microphone. Even if there's not, I can just go there, start talking, be funny. No producer can stop me. No lack of casting can stop me. No spatial issues with the set can stop me. And with comedy, I'm just in so much more control with it.
So you just fell in love with comedy, and it was just something where, again, one door closes, another door opens.
Well, I had to kick open the other door because, the mystery of the whole, I still don't know what happened till this day. Just all of a sudden, not enough space. I'm just like, if you don't want a black guy there, just say you don't want to. I'm fine with that. Be honest to me. It hurts more when you lie. So I kicked open the comedy door, and being American in the UK doing comedy, it's a little different because they hear the accent and then they forget that you're actually talking words and that you're saying jokes. They're like, oh my God, he's American. They just miss the first 3 lines of the joke. Because they just think about American. And everyone has their own perceptions when it comes to Americans. So they'll get to me last and they think about Omarion and Wesley Snipes and all the rest of these Americans that they've seen. So yeah, I'm enjoying doing comedy here. I am.
How long have you been doing it for?
I've been doing comedy for about 6.5, 7 years.
6.5, 7 years.
Yeah.
Wow. And how has that sort of journey developed for you in regards of, I imagine you must have had a lot of brilliant moments, a lot of forgettable moments.
Oh yeah, I mean, you say forgettable, but you gotta wear that badge with pride because listen, you're not gonna want to hear this, but screwing up is how you get better. It's just how it is. We don't want to screw up because in the black community we live in, if you mess up, you're wrong, and then you're dumb, and then you're a failure, and you can never mess up. No, comedy is one of the things where you have to fail forward.
Yeah.
And
Niggas actually like women.
Am I answering this question? I want to make sure. Are we answering this question?
Hey, listen, it's between you two. I'm here.
A girl has never thrown underwear at me at a show. But yeah. So like some of the moments, like for example, I did a show one time where there was a guy fixing a light while I was on stage, and the DJ was doing sound tests with the mic, and it was screwing with my jokes. So I'm talking, and it's when I'm talking and messing, and it was screwing up my set, and I just got fed up, and I just left the stage like a diva. I left the stage. I should have started dissing the DJ. I should have started dissing the venue, because as a comedian, you make fun of the environment. You know, that's what you should do. But at that time, headspace wasn't right. I just got up and bounced. So yeah, it's been a bunch of lows, but the lows, they supplement the highs.
And so how does, all right, you said you gave an example of falling forward or failing forward.
Yeah.
So how did, again, getting yourself up, dusting yourself off, what does that look like for you?
Do another show immediately. Let's say if I do a show on Thursday and it's the worst show, no one laughs, mess up my life. Do a show Friday. Do not sit with it. Do not wait with it. Do another show immediately. Because what you want to do when you fail, you want to sit down and take your blanket and wrap yourself up and eat some ice cream. Put in Bridget Jones' Diary, goddamn. I need to watch something. No, you need to get up and do it again. Don't even let the failure give time to resonate and just sitting. You just go. Because the more you do that, the less you get used to being in a funk. Because it's all learned behavior. You learn how to be in a funk. You learn how to be a failure. You learn how to suck. You just got to fall forward. You got to push yourself. And it's never comfortable. It's not comfortable. It's always uncomfortable when you learn and grow. If it's comfortable, you're doing something wrong.
Amen.
Yeah.
Amen.
That's it.
I think that's beautiful as well, because a lot of people will have, that one bad experience and okay, for the next 2 weeks, Emmerdale.
That's it. That's it. This is
This is my 5th tub of ice cream.
Yes, it. More Haagen-Dazs.
I'm gonna text my ex.
All the bad decisions come out. That's it. All the bad. And that happens when you sit in it. When you sit in it, that's when you make all the worst decisions. So you just get up and you do another show. That's it, man.
Tell us about your highs.
Oh man, okay. This is a high that came from a low, right? So I got a gig in Oslo, right? And this is all comedy. This wasn't even like me having to pay for nothing. This is comedy provided the flight, comedy provided the hotel. I was living, I was feeling good, right? So here's me. I was feeling myself a little bit too much because I did a show before I went there. The day before, I was falling asleep at the gig. I was so tired because I went to get the this was in December that just passed, like during the whole COVID stuff. So I had to get my what do you call it, the vaccine passport. Had to get that. I got the vaccine passport. I went to work. I did the show all in one day. So the next day I'm tired, I'm lethargic, I missed my flight, and I'm like, oh yo, I missed my flight. I look at those doors, the sliding doors, and I was like, if I walk through these sliding doors, I'm a loser for the rest of my fucking life. So I went back there. I said, can I book another flight to a place called Torp? Torp is nowhere near Oslo, brother. Torp is like Leeds. Yeah. And London would be Oslo. Okay. So I had to go from, and I can't read the language, brother. I can't read Norwegian. I don't know what that says. So I got the plane to Torp, and I got the plane to Torp, and then from Torp I got a train to Oslo, and I can't read anything. I was the most blinded I've ever been. Nerves were shot, but I'm like, I'd rather fail trying to make the gig than not do anything. Because if I sat down after missing the flight, because that was my fault. If I missed the flight off my fault, and then I freaking don't go to the show, I'm a loser for the rest of my life. So then, I mean, yeah, I'm gonna say I would be a loser for the rest of my life. This isn't for y'all, goddamn, this is for me. So what I did, I got the train, and again, I can't read nothing.
Yeah.
So I had to get on a bus where I can't read no signs,
Oh, man.
no lights. So I'm getting on the bus, the anxiety was
God
hot.
direct me.
Yeah, that's what it was. God and Google sponsored my trip, brother. That's what it was. So I get on a bus that takes me to this like train platform. There's no lights. There's no sign. There's a sign, but I can't read it. So I might as well not even be there. And after about 15 minutes, the train finally gets there. But wait, border, customs. I had to fill out a form in Norwegian to get through customs. Brother, my train was on the way. And I had to, and the guy was like, can you fill out the form? I said, no, I can't read. He said, okay, I'll fill it out. 10 minutes, he calls someone else over. I'm like, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be stuck in Torp, and I don't even know what Torp is, and my money's running low, and I eventually got through customs, got to the train, got to the venue, and then I got to the venue to find out I was the most experienced person there. Bro, I wasn't even thinking about that.
Yeah.
I thought I'd be one of the lower guys, so I had to leave the night, and it was a great night, bro. It was a great show, and it all came from me missing my flight, rebooking my flight, going to a place I've never been to before, getting my way from the place I've never been to where I can't read nothing to the place where I do know, and bruh, it was just a wild ass night. I got to the hotel after the show and I just started laughing because I made it happen.
Do you know what? That speaks absolute levels of determination. Because a lot of people would just be like,
Fuck it.
I can't go there, so this is long and I don't want to go
That's
there. And, you know, the women over there are, so, you know, that's what I'm saying. Is a lot of people would give up.
Yeah.
In that circumstances, a lot of people would, sorry, I can't do it and whatnot.
And that's
you made it happen.
Had to, man.
You
I would have
made that
hated.
happen.
I would have honestly hated myself if I didn't push through, man. And I had to.
Is there something that motivates that level of determination? Because a lot of people are determined.
Yeah.
But to go to certain places and
Yeah.
do all of that, that's
Yeah.
a different level of determination. Is there something that motivates that?
I think it was the fear of really being like, it would have all been my fault. I couldn't have blamed the airport. I couldn't have blamed my mom. I couldn't have blamed, it would have been all my fault. I wouldn't have been able to do something that I say I want to do, that I'm putting and I think when you're faced with that realization, you either, it's like the fight or flight thing. If I acknowledge that, well, I didn't have this, and remember the opportunity was given to me, man. They paid for everything.
Yeah.
So I would have disappointed the promoter, I would have disappointed the night, ultimately I would have disappointed myself, and I didn't want to live with that feeling of, oh, you remember that opportunity you got given? You fucked that up, bro. I didn't even want to look in a mirror, bro, because I just felt so disgusted that I overestimated myself.
Wow.
So it was just the fear of knowing that this would have been completely and utterly my fault. And also, like, it is not over. This ain't over. I grew up on Dragon Ball Z. Goku does not give up until he wins the fight. If I gotta go Super Saiyan, I go Super Saiyan, bro. If I got a Spirit Bomb, I do the Spirit Bomb, bro. Like, I'm
That's
not
brilliant.
giving up.
That is brilliant. Now, again, just talking about your journey, you've been doing this for years, all different sort of highs and lows. I wanted to sort of touch on the reality of comedy.
Yeah.
Right? Because again, in this day and age, you know, there's certain things you can and can't say.
Of course.
Whatnot. Now, in regards to you preparing for your time slot, right? What level of exposure, because you're exposing yourself, not physically. Hey, ladies. But like, you know, that level of exposure of like, okay, I'm going to talk about this. I'm going to talk about my kids. I'm going to talk about my wife. I'm going to talk about this one night stand I had. You know, what level of exposure do you have to work on yourself to get comfortable with?
I think that's the point. I can't be comfortable in the sense of like, I've got to be ready to throw this out there, and whatever their experience, whatever they respond is whatever they respond. Like, I had some jokes that were looking at homosexuality from their perspective, and I brought those jokes to Birmingham. I was not aware that Birmingham had a very large, mature African Caribbean population, and they were not feeling those jokes at all. It was about 3 minutes of silence. The longest silence of my life. But it's a lesson, because I will never bring those jokes to that community ever again. But it's like, the preparation is like, okay, I'm gonna go for it. It's may bomb, but if it does bomb, I got some stuff that'll bring me up. I have about 80% of stuff that I know will work, And then I throw the other 20 of experimental stuff, because it's all about taking that risk and taking that chance. But sometimes I may be tired and I don't feel like taking a chance. Everything's safe. Safe, everything's safe. You know, like
I was gonna ask that as well, because you said that percentage of like 80% this will work regardless.
Yeah.
20% of fuck it, let's see what happens.
There you go. Yeah.
You know, and have you ever just gone to a show and just thought fuck it, let me just
Yes. Yeah. And the annoying thing about it, those shows are really good. Those
Really?
are those are really good, because it's more off the cut. Like a comedian on stage is a conversation. You're talking to them, you're feeling the vibe. But when you go on like da 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 ha ha da 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 ha ha, they sort of feel like, oh, he's just throwing jokes at us, and is that type of thing. Like you're an actor, so you have monologues, right?
Yeah.
So you know which monologue, you know, if you really want to get a point across, right?
Yeah.
And I'm sure there's monologues you look, we think, hey, I could learn that. What is that? You wouldn't bring a experimental monologue at an audition you needed to nail.
Yeah.
And that's the same thing with comedy. If it's a show where I need to impress, bringing my A game, they call it gold, bringing my gold, where I know people will laugh every 10 to 15 seconds. You just get that flow, you get that momentum.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, man.
That is so brilliant. And again, for people who are looking at you, laughing along and say, you know what, I want to do comedy, what advice would you give them?
Know yourself. Like, know yourself. And that goes double if you are female. And I only say that because the female comedy scene is very, very tough, because it's hard to beat back all of the stereotypes that get put along with women in comedy. There's a lot of bad stereotypes, like women aren't funny and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, no, women can be very funny when they're being authentic, which may be hard to do if you've got wigs and makeup and a bunch of makeup and heels and all things that enhance. And just, I'm just saying, authenticity may not be your bag if you're not you. So you got, that's the first and foremost, and that's for a man, but it's doubly for if you want to stand out and make, you got to be authentic.
You got to be authentic. And how do people become authentic? You know, comedy requires a huge level of authenticity.
You got to look
a level of like, I can talk about this horrible one night stand I had last night and whatnot, and make fun out of it.
Well, that's the thing. You take your ego out of the situation. Like when I went to Norway, again, after I did the show, it went good. I was talking to a girl. This girl was fine. She had like Chung Lee legs. It was like, see, he knows the Chung Lee legs. He knows what that means. Right. Like she had insane legs, and she was talking to me. And she kept doing this thing while she was talking to me. She kept like brushing her leg against my hand. I moved my hand, and she'd brush it again. I'm like, I'm really in her space. I'm in her space. And then my mom's like, stupid, she likes you. So I'm like, oh, snap, cool. So she was like, hey, we're having fun. You guys want to come with us to a gay bar? And I'm like, what? She said, do you want to come with us to a gay bar? I was like, wait, I like you like me, and you know you want to go not to my hotel room, which I have, but to a gay bar. No. There's no amount of, she wasn't that fine to validate me going to a gay bar. See, now that's an experience.
Because some people would be like, yes.
She'd have to be Beyonce levels of fine for me to, because I'm not just risking not having sex, I'm risking my anus at that point, because Norwegians are big, brother. Don't get twisted. Norwegians are huge. You think I'm big? No, Norwegian. I'm like a little media average. But again, that experience, I shared on stage. Why? Because it was funny. I can see the humor in it. Yeah. You gotta want to see the humor in life situations.
That's brilliant. I mean, you talk about taking your ego out of it. That's brilliant.
Yeah.
That's a main thing that a lot of people overlook, and a lot of people have massive egos, bigger than certain places in this area. But see, I'm getting this comedy thing now. I might do a show or two. So now, again, you know, during a comedy stage, you're going on stage, you know, some performances, brilliant. Other performances, not so great. You're reevaluating your jokes. Would you say that there's a level of comfortability when it comes to certain jokes, certain places you can go and say certain things? Is there a certain level of, or is it just like, hey guys?
Okay, this is something I realized. People have their perceptions of what they believe and what they don't believe from me. So I'm a large black man. They're expecting to hear things about maybe baby mamas or fights or whatever. When I talk about my life experiences, I can see some of them just won't accept it. They have their own perception of what my life is. So they just won't get it. And there are some jokes I make which people they want to get offended at. And I have to accept the fact that you want to get offended. Bless you. shut the fuck up. because that's the prerogative. Yeah. Like I did a joke which turned off a whole crowd, and the joke, and I'll tell you the joke, it's very simple. So I was saying that like women can say things around kids that a man would be arrested for. Like a woman could see a bunch of kids playing around and go, "Oh my God, my ovaries."
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you think I could look at a bunch of kids playing and be like, "Ooh, my balls"?
Yeah.
It's just.
What did he say?
And yo, that was a bit because they're uncomfortable at the truth of it. Like you can be uncomfortable if you want to. That's a fact. And that's an unfairness of our society. But you know, anywhere where a man wants to be around kids, he's automatically a pedophile, blah blah whatever. But I accept that people may be offended by the things I say, and if they are, they are. And if they're not, they're not. Some people will come up to me after the show. Some people won't. I do my jokes for me.
Yeah. Brilliant. I mean, one question with being a comedian.
Yeah.
One of the major highlighted issues in comedy when you're doing show is hecklers.
Yeah, they're fun.
How do you deal with hecklers?
So I call it the okie doke. So I get them on my side and I completely betray them. So like, so if someone says something to me like, "Oh, you're not funny," like, "Oh, Dad, is that you?"
I do an Anakin.
Like, "Oh, no, that can't be you because Mom said that she shot you." Or you know, I can just play with it. Just play with it like, "Oh man, check out that guy with that little dick energy." Guys, give him a round of applause for little dick energy. Just, you gotta sort of put the spotlight on him and then say, "Hey guys, see him? Yeah. That's what happens when you be him. You get crushed. Because if you don't, then that's going to empower hecklers to think, "Oh, I can say whatever the fuck I want and I can do whatever I want. He's just going to take it." You got to destroy a heckler, man. I welcome it. I welcome any heckler. Please say something. Give me a reason to burn up more time on the stage so I can go home. Because ultimately, I just want to go home.
I think it makes it funnier for everyone once, like, you know, certain comedians deal with hecklers. I remember there was... I think it was Jimmy Carr. And there was one heckler who said something, and Jimmy Carr had just done this perfect roast on him. And I think it was talking about men and women or something. And then like the joke was just like, you know, and he was talking about this massive, large woman, super size, and it's like, and that woman is your mum.
There you go.
I think your mum jokes are brilliant.
Your mama jokes are the best because it just brings them back down to size, man. So yeah, I love hecklers. Hecklers are fun, man.
In all honesty, how many times have you used your mum jokes?
At someone?
Yeah.
That was a survival technique in school, man. Like, we're talking easily over 100,000 times. Like, your mama jokes are the best. Like, like for example, like there's a one where it's a dumb one, but I love it. So in America, a quarterback in NFL is someone who throws the ball, right?
Yeah.
So we had this. Your mama joke was like, your mama's so dumb she thought a quarterback was a refund because a quarter is also a form of currency. There's none where like your mama's so fat where she wears a Malcolm X jacket, helicopters try to land on her. There's so many yo mama jokes. I love them, man.
Is that like a go-to when a crowd is like not cooperating with you properly?
No, if I've lost the whole crowd, we're all gonna burn together. Like I accept that I've lost all of you. Fuck it. I'm not gonna try to win y'all over. We're gonna ride this out until I'm done. Because now I'm holding you hostage. You can be with me or you can be against me. But what you gonna do? Leave? You paid for the tickets. You paid. Like, come on.
We got another 15 minutes.
Easily. Like, oh, so y'all...
I'm gonna put my feet up.
Yeah, that's it. Like, oh, so
we gonna do this.
So y'all wanna be assholes. Cool, let's be assholes then. But I mean, obviously I don't try to alienate the crowd in general, but there are sometimes, like, for example, there are a lot of places try to buy fly. Looking, whoa, that's a thick fly. Y'all got the thickest flies out here. What do you feed this dude? He's like a pet.
Anyways.
Here's how thick the fly is. I feel like... Man, you just flicked me. Oh, rude boy. Did you blow him away? Oh, he's gone now. Yo, wait, is he over there?
See, I had to blow him away because normally black, we just kill that.
I flicked it because the camera's on. I didn't want the RPS or the RSPCA to fucking come down like, and this is the scene where Brandon killed the fly. You know how many flies?
Brandon, you're under arrest.
That's it. You know, police are knocking on my door. Mike, why'd you give him the... But listen, I had to give him the footage, Brandon. They want to take the studio. You know, I'm all about this is my name.
I have bills, man.
I've got bills, right?
I mean, I can't lose them over you, bro.
But I'm sorry. What was the question? I got distracted, horribly distracted.
No, okay. So I just wanted to again ask. You know, you've been doing this for years.
Yeah.
What's next for you? Is this to keep going, or is there something else
Honestly,
you want to venture to?
I mean, I'll be really honest. I love comedy, but I love the comedy where I am accepting of the individual who's being presented in front of me. So if you're gonna present comedy to me, I'm accepting of that. But that's not really what happens nowadays. Me, I'm sort of like put into the categories based on my physicality. You're a large black man who's American. I want to hear Negro-ish type jokes from you. I don't want to hear about you being around kids because that makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And I'm not liking the comedy that I'm seeing out. Like when this guy's like, well, my girlfriend left me yesterday. I mean, who wouldn't? It's like, bro, what is this self-depraving? That's not funny to me.
This is not funny. This is a cry for help.
That's what I'm saying.
Depressed.
It's a cry for help. Shout out Mike. You remember a cry for help. But I'm saying like that's what it is, a cry for help. And I don't like the fact that comedy is becoming this thing where guys need to be effeminate, women can be super masculine, and like, well, this is the way that it needs to be. It's like, that's dull. That's boring. I like to hear a person's experiences. So comedy for me, I feel like performing is great. I love performing, but I want to actually be involved in what comedy really is. It's not judging. It's not bringing your trauma into the freaking building. If your mama died yesterday, you're not going to a comedy show to make you feel better.
Yeah.
You're just accepting what's being presented on stage. And with this whole woke culture or this political correctness, that's not what's going down. People are presumptuous, ignorant. They're bigots in their own mind, and it's just like, it's not fun anymore, bro.
So your focus is changing the narrative when it comes to comedy of how
I would love to change the narrative. I would love to change the narrative. But again, I'm not going to be Jesus for it. Like, I'm not going to put myself on the cross and fuck up my whole career just for some motherfucker 20 generations down the line. Thank God for Brandon, man. If he didn't crucify himself, then we would never be able to. Nah. Listen, I'm going to do my bit.
I'm not that guy.
Nah, I'm not
Not
that guy. Not down the cross.
Not
comedy.
that guy, pal.
Nah. You'll see me working IT in a hot second. So I'm sorry, what's wrong, you Rooter? Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, you're really funny, bro.
Have you tried turning it off and on again?
That is the number one. That's not even a joke. That's the number one trick to fixing computer issues. Is it plugged in? Of course it is. What? Oh. So yeah, but
if you haven't turned it off and on again, then I don't know. This is all I know. This is all I was taught.
This is my troubleshooting, sir. You plug it all, plug it out, plug it in, plug it out, and that's it. But now the narrative definitely needs to change because it's just not as fun. And you notice you'll see the same kind of comedian over and over and over, and it's boring. And also, bro, when's the last time you've laughed to the point of crying?
Exactly.
I haven't. I'm not trying to say no one out here is not funny. I'm not trying to say that. A lot of y'all are just copy paste.
Yeah.
Copy paste.
I think the last time for me was someone like Cat Williams.
Oh my God, the Pimp Chronicles. Yes. Oh yeah.
But he was someone you can like again. Dave Chappelle as well. You someone you look at and can actually just laugh not, have any sort of second thoughts and whatnot. It's funny. He's very funny and an icon. Even Kevin Hart, for example, an icon in that comedy scene. Brilliant stuff.
That's it, man.
Brandon, thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Ellis. Appreciate it,
Now,
man.
for the people who want to find you for your next comedy gig, where can they find you on social media?
Social media, it is The Brandon Palmer. That's TheBrandonPalmer. You know I've done that a lot of times. So that's The Brandon Palmer on Instagram, on Twitter, and on Facebook. Follow me because that's weird. And follow me, guys. I'm nice and friendly. Let me know, tap in the show.
Come to my show.
Come to my show. Yes. But now, come to my show. Any fellas, you come to my show, bring your girl, tap me in the shoulder, say, yo, Brandon, my girl, so I'll give you a shout out on stage. Guarantee you get some, fun that night. I mean, it's all about props. You're like, oh, yo, the guy shouted you out on stage. You're so popular. Yeah. But so that's me on social media and the website, thebrandonpalmer.com. Check out thebrandonpalmer.com. And Ellis, man, give the people your socials.
They already know my socials.
No, but they need to hear it again, brother.
Okay, yeah, no problem. At Instagram, it's King Ellis W.
King Ellis W. I'm going to do the ad-libs. Go for it.
God.
No, yeah, go.
Okay. King KINGELLISW.
What?
Ellis
King
Witter,
Ellis.
Ellis Witter on Twitter and any other social media.
Follow my man.
Come on.
All day, every day. Follow Pretty Boy Ellis, King Ellis, BDE Ellis.
Girls especially.
Shoot that shot, brother. Shoot that shot.
There you go. Shoot that shot. I don't do that.
You need to apply for this man. Set an appointment for this man.
I need a job application. Yeah. I need a CRB check. You
can't even talk to him. You need to talk to his personal assistant. And then if you qualify, you may be able to smell this man's presence.
In 1 to 3 business days. Depending on
That's it, my dog.
Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe, like this video, get in touch with Brandon, tell him how much you love his stuff as well. Reach out to me. If you want to be on the show, let me know. See you in the next one.
Peace.